Adelaide's heavy scene doesn't run on luck. It runs on people willing to bleed for it. Today I'm sitting down with Cindy and Ethan from Realm of Thorns, a team behind some of the wildest shows in SA, to talk chaos, community, and what it actually takes to build something real in the underground. How are you guys?
Not bad, man. How are you?
Yeah, good. Thank you so much for your time. I really, really appreciate it. Yeah, what's going on, like?
Oh, just for got a couple coming on, but just fucking life at the moment.
It's always fun.
Yeah, it's
Yeah,
fucking
and like fitting in like work and like other
yeah,
life around everything
yeah,
else and like bands and yeah, it's
yeah.
fun. Yeah, keeps you on your toes. This sort of life.
Oh yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
absolutely.
I love the background is like records, amps,
Yeah,
Satan.
Mementos.
Yeah, it's
all
awesome.
our local Australian ones, and then a couple of collectibles. So
Yeah, awesome.
Cindy got me the Volcano first pressing Satyricon vinyl there. Fucking
Yes. I
hell.
I would love to get into vinyl. I just as you can see, like I have a problem when it comes to things like this. And so I haven't gone down that rabbit hole, and I just like I can't afford it. It's a lot.
Oh, mate,
So
it's so fucking
Neither can
expensive.
we.
We can't
yeah,
afford.
I'm the sort of person I'm like I can't get one.
Yes,
I need
yes,
50 immediately, all rare. Like
yeah,
yeah, I have, and then where am I going to put them? Um,
exactly.
yeah. Now I have been like extremely lucky enough, and from like the early days of my current band, Storm the Crown, to have like played shows for you guys. And we've always been stoked to do it. Now like I know you guys, and not really you, Cindy, but like I know you guys are a little bit unhinged. And you have to be with like some of the names that you guys give the
Yeah,
shows.
yeah.
Um, but for everyone else, what are you guys about?
Um, yeah, just like when we do shows, we're like obviously like Cindy's gotten into the heavier stuff since we've been together. Before that, it was. I mean, I've been listening to black metal since I was 11, so I'm
Like
like,
we can't tell, Ethan.
oh no, not
Yeah,
at all. But yeah, no, there was a big thing of it is making shows that I used to go to when I was 18, when I was freshly going out to shows and like getting oh my god factor with going to shows at Enigma, going to shows at the Cranker. There was a couple I even saw upstairs at the Cranker. It
yeah,
was like, it was awesome, awesome, and we're just like, you know what? Nothing's cooler than having a chilled out atmosphere and metal. So
yeah.
it's like we just want like I mean, you guys played at one of our favorite shows to always reminisce about, which was the Set in Stone one, the one with no PA, no speakers.
Oh yeah, we'll get to that stuff. We'll I want to have I want to have a chat about like that stuff a little more in detail.
But
But
yeah, that we're definitely give us a give us a give us some trouble getting the show together, and we're like, let's do this.
yeah,
So
yeah. And like on the flip side of that, I mean, we've also played Halloween shows for you
yeah,
guys, which are amazing. So yeah. Now I'd love to know like the history here. So how did it all start?
well, it actually started thanks to Sons of Erebus actually, and Tim
Which
Bishop.
is your band for
Yes,
the people watching that don't know.
and I'll throw it out to Tim Bishop as well, is because he put Sons of Erebus on our first show out at
Oh, I love Timmy.
where was that? That was off Port Road.
Oh, I don't remember the name of
Yeah, it
it.
was a footy
Yeah.
club up out west, and he put us on a show there. And then Cindy and I were like, I said to Cindy, I'm like, I want to do that again,
Yeah,
like because I haven't played live since when I was vocals in Thorngate.
that's funny
Like,
because Timmy gave Storm the Crown our first show.
yeah, no shit.
And I hadn't played a live show for well, I mean I'm probably a bit older. And the camera kind of like gives it away a little more. But it had probably been nearly 10 years for me since I'd played a gig.
Yeah, no shit.
Yeah. Which you guys played as well, so
Yes.
yeah.
He, I said to Cindy afterwards, I'm like, I want to do this because Cindy and I were both working at West Adelaide Footy Club at the time. So we went into work, walked straight out to go talk to the CEO, and we're like, "What do you think about putting death metal on the bar up in the?" And she was like, "You want to try? You can."
Yeah.
But yeah, as soon as we did our first show, we were just like, "Yeah, no, this is
That was a fantastic show too.
yeah." Looking back, is it's like it was the most chaotic lineup because we had Christ Dismembered headlining it, Sons of Erebus, Stoved, Smoke No Fire, and Atlas Falls. So it's like, nothing like having I mean, I don't know if you're familiar much with Smoke No Fire. They're awesome dudes, awesome music, but it's like alt rock supporting Christ Dismembered. It was like, and then we're like, yeah, and then
There wasn't even a stage for that one.
That's
no,
awesome.
Everyone's at the same
yeah,
level.
Oh, fresh shows are dope though.
It was great.
it was
Yeah.
it was one oh I didn't never even met the chick. She was like some freshly 18 chick stand behind the bar, and that's it. That's the only staff that were there.
Oh, poor thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's horrible.
But yeah, so we did a couple. Our first two were there, and then yeah, we just wanted to do more and move out, like do because one thing is a lot of the main members and people part of the panels of the footy club and everything were actually lived with their houses backing onto where the gig was. So
That's fun.
I don't think they were too happy with that.
No,
So.
no.
But
Have
no,
you got it? No, you're all right. Keep going.
as soon as we had that one, we were just like, yeah, no, this is what we want to do. So
Yeah.
I think, what did we work out the other day? We're 38 shows in.
Oh, sick.
So
Now,
yeah,
have you got like it always starts off? You do that first one, you're like, "Oh, I need that dopamine hit again. Let's go. Let's do it again." And then
yes,
you get a couple under your belt.
yeah.
Did you have a moment where you suddenly went, "Oh shit, this is like a kind of a real thing now"?
Um,
Because like for
Probably,
me on the outside, this is definitely not a hobby for you guys. This is
yeah,
like you guys are
yeah,
pushing on this.
probably when we registered the business name, I'd say.
yeah. That was the most adult thing we ever had to do, I
Oh
reckon.
yeah, money gets involved,
Everything
and
else
it's
is
like, oh
everything else is a party, but when you're
yeah,
sitting there filling out forms for the government, then you're like, but yeah, when we registered everything and got all the necessary stuff, and then we're like, all right, we've just sunk a bit into this, so now it's real.
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And then what? Then we did a fucking 14 band festival.
Yep.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of like shows and like jumping into like huge festivals like that, and I have a feeling I might know what this is. But what's the most stressful show you've had?
First blood set.
It's either that or the West Oak show, I think.
Well, there's different types of stress. There's like
Yeah.
show stress, there's on the day stress, and
Yeah.
then there's like end of the night stress.
Yeah.
Forget end of the night stress. That's part of the business, unfortunately.
I think.
But like getting to the venue and being like, there's no PA.
Yeah. That was the.
There's like and like yeah, and like calling in favors, which I'm speaking a little bit on the story here, but
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
hectic.
But if that is the situation, if that was the one that was the most stressful in that sort of respect, like
in
In
that
one way,
respect, absolutely. It was yeah, that one was absolute chaos. Because I think I told you on the night, but they actually booked us in as a function. They didn't
yeah,
even book us in as a band. That's like we're like, this is a fucking 4 band show. Like, but yeah, that was really good. And like, shout out to Drive and Brian from Broadcast Bar for letting us shit so we could jerry
yeah.
rig shit. And Ian, the absolute legend that he was, he's like, yeah, that'll do.
Is that the
But
sound guy?
yeah,
Yeah.
He's amazing. Like he was mixing me 25 years ago at Enigma.
yeah.
Yeah, love that guy.
But yeah,
Grumpy
no,
sometimes, but
yeah, yeah, because
I've copped it from him a few times. But
yeah. Well, I remember at that just before I headed off to go find a PA, I said to Ian about the situation, and he's like, Ian just goes, "They have a fucking PA here," and he pulls his phone out and he calls up Lion Arts, and he's like, "What's at the West Oak?" And apparently, and then I go to go grab this PA, and I come back, and there's speakers and stands there, and he goes, "I fucking told you they had stuff." It was like packed away upstairs in a room or something. So,
Ooh,
but yeah, it's like I love that. I was like, yeah, no, Ian's the man. But
Yeah.
nah, like yeah, things like that were stressful. But then as soon as first band starts, everything's
Oh,
working.
party
Like
starts.
yeah,
Yeah.
the stress. I'm speaking for myself, not so much for Cindy here, but the stress kind of goes as soon as the show starts for me. I'm like, yeah, nah, we're underway. If
yeah.
it didn't blow up immediately, it's gonna last. You know.
Yeah. Yeah. That's one of those things like rocking up to the venue, no PA, no like what is going on. But it all fell into place. And like
Yeah,
simply because it was like a small little floor show, which was awesome because you're right up close with the crowd.
yeah,
And only having like the capability to chuck, I think we chucked a mic in the kick drum and vocal mics, and that was it, I think.
yeah.
I
I
think we
think that's
might have
it.
run the DI from the
Yeah,
bass, maybe, but probably not. Um, and that was it, and it was awesome. Um,
Oh,
yeah,
gosh, that was a fun night.
yeah. I mean, like the build up,
yeah,
Yeah.
not so much fun. I mean, you guys were just running around, and yeah,
yeah. But
um,
fantastic show.
yeah. What's the sort of stuff that goes wrong in the lead up or at a show that people just don't know about? Like your
Uh,
common stuff.
One of the most stressful times I can think of, well, for me, who usually runs merch and things, I'd agreed to do merch for all the bands at one of our festivals, which was quite a task in itself.
Yeah.
And then suddenly, phone wouldn't work to get our FPOS
Oh,
system.
that's right.
Oh,
And we're like, what are we going to do? Thankfully, we had some really good friends who stepped up, who also had, ring accounts and stuff like that. But at the time, it was like, what on earth do you do when you've got no FPOS to sell everyone's merch? Like,
Yeah, that
um,
was pretty.
that was
Bad.
that was pretty stressful.
Yeah.
But it all worked out in the end.
Mm.
But there's other things. Another time we rocked up to a venue and they didn't have any mics, and neither did we.
Oh yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Yeah. Fuck.
But again, it all fell into place eventually. But at the time, you're like, what the hell are we going to do?
yeah.
That was that was Unit 3. They didn't
Oh,
tell.
yeah.
Yeah, they didn't tell us that they're like, yeah, they had all the gear but no mics, and we're like, fuck. So yeah, we made some calls and got managed to get hold of Dave at AGS down in Hackham, and he lent us a couple of mics for the night, so and a couple of stands and stuff. So
Yeah.
that was really, but yeah, like we were there. We unloaded. We've done all that, and then just as we're about to do the line check for Abendrot to start,
Like, where are the mics?
they're like, "Where's your mics?" And we're like, "Fuck!" Like we're 10 minutes away from show start,
Wow.
and I'm like, "Fuck!" So that was another case like Westoke where I'm just fucking boost up the road and go grab
Yeah.
some. But yeah, like that was again, it's awesome. Like as soon as that sort of stuff,
That's where community what makes it work.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Oh, 100%. And that's one of the best things about um this community, like your heavy metal community, which is like vast. It goes over like through your hardcore bands, your thrash bands,
yeah,
Yeah,
rock, industrial, all sorts of stuff. Um, the sense of community is massive. And there's so much love. Um,
yeah,
absolutely.
and like any type of social situation, um, you've got a very tiny percentage of dickheads.
yeah.
Um,
We
but
have,
that's life. But there are some of the most amazing on the flip side of that. Like there are so many more, like 80 to 90% of people
yeah,
that are just loving, caring,
Absolutely.
would do anything for you.
Yeah.
I
well,
feel like I could like rock up to a show if I was moving house the next day and put up a flyer, hand out some flyers at a show and just be like, "Hey
Yeah.
guys, I'm moving house tomorrow. Like, working bee from 1 o'clock. I'll have a barbecue on. Like, come over." And I might actually get some help.
100% we would.
so you get enough
Yeah.
help, you wouldn't have to do anything.
So, I mean, I think I've just started a revolution.
I was going to
Um,
say,
That's a great idea.
yeah. I like it. You guys are like, next time we have to move, we are putting a show
oh,
on 2 days before.
oh yeah, well, yeah, the SOE boys helped us move last time.
Yeah, nice.
I actually fell off the back of the truck, so
Yeah.
that
That's always
was
fun.
yeah,
Concussion,
gave myself a concussion, fell off the back of a truck, hit my head, and it's
but kept going.
yeah, kept going, and then
Yeah.
the next day I was like, I don't feel too good.
Hey, look, people in bands have got big cars. Usually, I've got stuff to transport,
Usually.
so yeah, you can have a whole fleet of band people just loading their cars up, and
Oh,
it's done.
dude.
Need a little theme song to go with it or something.
Well, actually, funny you say that is when we hosted Mork in January, we went to go pick him up from the airport, um, and don't know what happened, but our Uber just bailed on us. It
Ah,
was what 10:30 at night or something, almost 11 at
Their
night.
flight was delayed,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
the Uber
ah,
only waits so long, and it took off.
yeah.
and that was the first time I'd ever used Uber. Like
Yeah,
I'd never used Uber before then. I'm like, what the fuck? So trying to figure out how to get 6 Norwegians into a van, and we ended up getting putting all the gear into our car and putting them between two uh, taxis to get them to the thing.
Yeah.
Tomas from Mork, as we're loading the car, he's standing there and he's playing the Tetris theme from his phone while we're loading all their gear into the back of
into the
the.
back of the SUV.
Yeah. I was like, this is fantastic.
They were good sports about
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Known this dude for 20 minutes and he's already taking the piss out of me. I like it.
Well, the thing is, like anyone in a band, that we all start in the same place. Um,
Exactly.
so we've all loaded gear. I mean, I'm a singer, so I haven't loaded that much gear. But like we've all loaded gear. We've all done that sort of stuff. Um,
Up the
talking
court.
about like Enigma, which I like isn't there anymore, unfortunately. But those backstairs were death.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And loading, like I had to load a mate's was it like the fridge bloody
Oh, yeah, the
base
base.
cabinets, the
Yeah,
huge what are 8x4s.
yeah.
No,
Yeah.
no, in the rain as well. Like, and
Yeah.
you slide
Oh,
down those, like, yeah, not fun. No wheels on it.
fuck.
Yeah, it's a
But
good time.
like last year's blood sacrifice, Tyler from Tongue Biter, he supplied the bass amp. He's like, because we had him on the night before at the ritual, um, and I'm like, let me know when you get there because you're not going to want to go. You as soon as you get there, you're not going to want to go because that was at T Alive,
Oh
and
yeah,
he pulled out this fridge and it's like up the fucking stairs. So I had to, but thankfully, yeah, because those ones at the back of Enigma, because yeah, you never had to load up them. They were steel, so if it was raining, you're
and like
fucked.
old and well worn.
Yeah, and it's like yeah, because I remember having to carry up my 4x12,
Yep.
but and it's just like yeah, just walk backwards lifting it because you can't fucking do anything else. But yeah,
Fun
I
times.
miss those stairs.
Oh, so do I. So do I. Um, I had a mate that would be he was huge, but he could pick up a bass amp like this,
Oh
and
shit!
he just put it on his back, lean forward, head up, go straight to the stage, lean back, and drop it down.
God
Um,
Wow.
damn!
but like this is back in the day when like I was amazed coming back with Storm the Crown after being away for such a long time from the live scene. Um, back then you didn't share drum kits, you didn't share stuff.
Yeah,
All
it
the
was.
bands would rock up with their own kit, with their own quads, their own everything. And in that half hour crossover between bands, like I mean, when the band was playing before, if you're at Enigma Bar, the drummer was up in the back corner setting his kit up,
Yeah,
getting
yeah,
ready to basically just pick it up and walk it on, and then assemble everything.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, God bless those sound guys having to like reset everything every time.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Now, you guys aren't just doing gigs anymore. You've like leveling up. Um, I know you guys like started doing like the bit of merch stuff you were doing and offering that. But now you're moving into management.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that and like why now as well.
Well, we like the thing is for Cindy and I, it's like the actual metal community to us is like it's very important. Like we don't care about ourselves at shows. We're not the ones performing. We're not the ones people are going to go see. We're the bands are.
Hmm.
So we're about we want to see bands move up, like like it just skyrocket. So if we can help, and we were discussing it, we're like we can help these bands reach that. So we wanted to get into it, and basically, yeah, we want to like just basically give them the push to get a lot further in their career. Like
Yeah.
like we're the launch pad, they're the rocket, like, so that's pretty much how we're looking at it, because we could keep putting them on shows, we could keep putting bands on shows, that helps in Adelaide, but let's see what we can get them interstate, let's see if we can hook up some international,
Yeah.
let's make it work. And it's like, I mean, as you know, Adelaide is full of bands that are fucking top tier, but
Oh,
don't know who they are because they're
yeah.
from.
Yeah.
They're not. You got bands that can rival some of the biggest, especially in the extreme metal and stuff.
100%.
Like, and it's like, but they're from Adelaide, so they're
Yeah.
not. They're not. You don't think of them along the same lines as you could say your Marduk or your Dark Throne or something like that. But like, they are as good.
Fuck yeah,
So
and their hearts are just as cold.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And blackened.
But yeah, so that was really
It's sort of been on the cards for quite a
yeah.
while. We spoke about it maybe a year ago, but we were sort of nervous in a way to start putting ourselves out there for that until we were sort of. I mean, Realm of Thorns is about to turn 4 years old this year. We wanted to establish ourselves just that little bit more, get our toes dipped into international acts, which we have this year. Just really establish ourselves just that little bit more before we started representing bands for ourselves. But yeah, no, we feel like we're in a really good place now, and our knowledge is right up there. We've made some good connections over the years, and yeah, we're ready to go.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's one of the big thing is connections.
Yeah.
Like it is one of those sort of industries that it's very much like not what you know, but who you know in a lot of situations.
Yeah.
And so having like those friendly connections, whether they be personal or professional, is like a huge thing.
Yeah.
What what do you feel like you're seeing as far as like gaps for bands? Trying to think how to word this. Like, what do bands need to like stop doing, or what are they doing wrong at the moment? That you guys think you can like help and push with?
Um.
Well, I've made you think now as well.
Yeah. That's a hard one because it's band to band, really.
Everyone's
Yeah.
different.
Yeah, everyone's different. So
I mean, we see a lot of potential in certain bands,
yeah.
maybe bands who don't sound like everyone else.
Yeah.
Because there's only so many chords, there's only so many notes, but if a band really grabs our attention and we can see they've got huge potential, we're like, yeah, we'd love to boost this band if we can, see it go further. Being
For
good
me,
dudes.
one of those things. It's like the behind the scenes stuff.
Yeah.
It's really is that behind the scenes stuff because you get bands that you've never heard of, and you'll rock up to a show and see them and be completely blown away.
100%.
Because they don't market themselves or push themselves like in a way that people see it now, you might never see them again.
Well, that's
what, yeah.
One of my things, and I've said this to Cindy a lot, is like, I don't know if it's like the Adelaide mentality. I don't know, but it's like the people, like a lot of the bands that we've spent any time like working with, putting on shows and stuff, phenomenal acts, but they don't like. It's almost like when you're from Adelaide, you don't feel worthy. You know what I mean?
Oh, I
Like,
know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're
yeah,
trying to. Yeah, it's
where
the
it's
same
like,
Tasmania and Western Australia. It's that same
yeah,
feeling as well. We're isolated and
yeah,
we've pushed ourselves and made our own thing,
and
but we don't feel worthy enough to be able to
yeah,
do that outside. We're not good enough. We're from Adelaide. Like, what are you talking about?
and I think that's a big thing for all artists, not just the extreme artists, like
Hmm.
like artists in general, any genre, is knowing your worth and then knowing you're more than what you think you're worth.
Yes.
Like, yeah, you might be opening for bands in Adelaide, like you might be opening an international band in Adelaide, but why don't you try for the whole national tour?
Yeah.
Or you're worthy of trying.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
there's nothing stopping you from trying, and that's like that's a big thing, is because we see that potential in every band, where it's like every single band that we have dealt with has more potential than they think they do, but it's very much a Adelaide mentality.
Yes.
Like you said, WA, Tassie as well. It's like you put, because honestly, in Adelaide, you put so much effort into doing stuff in Adelaide, where you think you've put, like you go, I've put, you know, so much time, so much effort, and it's like, I mean, I don't know about you, but I feel like the peak of Adelaide would be a Froth and Fury slot.
Yeah.
You know, like that to me. How are you topping playing at Froth and Fury in Adelaide? You can't. So it's like that's your stop there. Now hit the next one. Get over. Go play Necrosonic. Go play Death Fest. You know, like get. And I think a big thing of what Cindy and I want to do is to get people seeing what they're actually,
showcasing Adelaide.
yeah,
Yeah.
what
Yeah.
we're about.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
Like
fantastic.
one of my favorite local bands that I've been really getting into lately is Apocalyptic Annihilation, and
Awesome.
it's like it's fucking it's raw, awesome
Yeah.
black metal,
Yeah.
and
We
I can
played with them a few weeks ago.
yeah,
Awesome.
metal on Murray, yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
was it?
yeah. They put on a fantastic show. They took some photos of them as well.
Yeah, and it's
Um, yeah,
and they're there, so it's like they're one of those bands where I can see them playing Europe multiple
yeah, yeah.
times.
But they put on a show.
Yeah,
Like they did. They went all out. They had all like the stuff hanging off the microphones, the skulls,
yeah,
the beads, and all that sort of stuff. They really made it something that was more than just some people playing.
yeah.
And not that it was a gimmick at all either. What they were doing, it was just them being them. And it was rock and roll. I loved it.
Well, that's
Um,
like going back to the band management. I mean, like, because like last night we signed uh, Spectral Dominion, so we're
yes,
managing them now, and it's like Spectral Dominion have huge potential.
yeah,
Like they have huge potential, and it's like we want to see them on these big bills that they wouldn't even dream of being on. That they can be part of it.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
I've always kind of looked at it as you'll get bands that'll put like 80% effort into the music and the live show, and it only needs that little like 20% extra push to be like,
yeah,
like world class. I'm talking like top of the top.
yeah,
They're already 80% there. And that's local bands everywhere. But those same bands are only putting 20% effort in behind the scenes when it comes to everything else.
yeah. A lot,
And it
especially.
takes so much more. It's that extra 80% push
Yeah,
to be able to get that tiny little bit of extra recognition and push. So
That's great.
it's a lot of work. And having people behind you, not saying that you guys are like going, we're going to do all this work for you, but you build up ways to be able to do this sort of stuff.
yeah,
You start to build those connections where it's like, hey, I've got this new band, check this out.
yeah,
Um,
yeah,
you know,
exactly.
all of that sort of stuff. And that's massively important. So,
Yeah,
that flicks that, doing that 80% extra work, down to, we're only having to put an extra 30, 40% of work in now, because we've, you know, got people behind us that are,
yeah,
behind us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
very much.
Um, yeah, so that's huge. And like having people that like you guys that just love and care about the industry, love and care about the bands and like see it as a family.
Yeah,
Um, you know, that is everything to musicians. Um, yeah, it's one thing every show I make sure that I say one song I always dedicate to the promoters and the people putting on the show and the venue. And then the other one, another break, usually the second or last song for the people there. And I always say the same thing because if it's not for the people that are paying for tickets, that are pre-booking tickets and stuff like that, getting their tickets early,
yeah,
and rocking up to shows, we can like I can't do this. You guys can't do what you're doing,
yeah,
and that is so important. And you guys have got an amazing reputation when it comes to how you treat the people that come to shows, how you look after them, how you care for them. So that's not a question at all. That's just me like like saying thank you. Really, you guys are amazing when it comes to that sort of thing.
Appreciate.
So, no, that's nothing. Um, what are you guys like looking forward? What do you want to build going forward?
See, this is the problem that we have is because I'm ADHD to fuck.
So am I.
So I'm like, let's do this, let's do that, let's do this, and Cindy's like, hold the fuck up, you can't do
Yeah,
everything.
yeah.
Um, but obviously, building up blood sacrifice this year's the
Yes.
third one. So building that up to I mean, yeah, just building that up to a
Sky's the
like,
limit.
yeah. Like, so we don't really put a cap on anything. It's
No, and
but
look at it this way, guys. Like I remember, like back in the day when Northy started putting on shows. Um, it was and I was getting like we were like my old bands were playing these shows, and so those early little festivals that he was putting on,
yeah,
like Against the Grain, and stuff like that. You know, these were like little Enigma bar upstairs. You know,
yeah,
300 people sort of shows. Um, you always you start like with these smaller things and you build your way up, and he's doing these massive, you know, and so never like set your goals high. You know,
well, that's like we're like this year's blood sacrifice. I don't know if you've seen
I love this. Now you're like, yeah, we're doing this next one, and there's like 74 bands, and yeah, it's gonna be huge.
this one's actually at the Norwood Hotel.
Oh, awesome.
So this one's in the Osmond Terrace Function Centre.
Yeah, sick.
And yeah, because I went through there the other day, and I'm just like, this is fucking nice. Like, so I was talking to him about it. Yeah, figured a date, got it done, and it's like, yeah, it's like. But I think that's a big thing, as you would know with the West Oak and stuff. That's a big thing that Cindy and I like to do as well. Is it's like everyone wants to book Unibar, everyone wants to book
Yeah,
Lion Arts. You know, it's like let's find the weirdest fucking place and put like the stupidest bands on,
yeah,
like because this blood sacrifice, we've got Putrescent Seepage headlining it. We've got Monolith coming over from Victoria,
yeah.
and we got fucking Bukaki reforming for it.
Oh,
Like, so it's like, you know, like what a way to introduce the fucking up. What did Justin say? Fucking shaking the upper crust of
Yeah.
Norwood. Like, but
they'll love it. They'll love it up there. Yeah,
yeah, but we've moved. We're always got something planned, or like we don't like to like announce anything until we actually have it set. You
yeah,
know what
yeah.
I mean?
Oh no, yeah, definitely, yeah,
So,
yeah, yeah.
but I mean, we're hosting another international later on in the year. Got
Ooh.
a few more like big shows lined up. So,
Yep.
it was funny actually because Cindy said at the end because we did. What did we do? Was it 15 or 16? We either did 15 or 16 shows last year. So in 12 months, we did at least 15 shows.
That was hectic.
Yeah, and Cindy's like, we're not doing it again. And it's like, okay, yeah, nah, fair call. And then
And that was a lot of double headers, like a Friday,
Yeah.
Saturday, or Saturday,
Oh
Sunday.
yeah, they're fun.
We're too old for that now.
Oh
and
yeah,
then by the time we had Mork in January, we were like, Cindy's like, nah, 4 or 5 shows. I'm like, okay. And by the time we hit the end of hit Mork, we already had 4 plus Mork lined up, and we hadn't even got to that was blood sacrifice.
Yeah.
So we still have like the rest of our year, and it's like, well, you know,
Yeah, we just love it too much.
yeah,
or that, and like you guys are probably in a position. I mean, I'm assuming where people are now coming to you and going, "Hey, we've got this band coming out at this time. Have you guys got anything available?" Which is a
Yeah.
fantastic position to be in as well. So,
Well,
um,
that's what's happened because Mork and Vector were both through Bleed Records. Like they brought them over, they contacted us, and that's what Sadistic Intent was meant to be on through them as well. So, but yeah, unfortunately they had to cancel it. But so yeah, no, we appreciate like, and we're very thankful for Marty giving us the opportunity to prove ourselves that we can do it. Like
yeah,
we can
we're
host
just,
these
it's one
shows
of those
for
things
it.
where unfortunately living in it's just downplaying it really, but living in like an interesting times right now when it comes to
Yes.
travel. And
Oh yeah.
so yeah, and we're seeing it with like, having like even Evergrey just
Yeah.
announcing they sitting in Brazil going, they've cancelled our flights.
Yes.
We've been told we have to come home. Um, but yeah, so yeah, it's interesting times for that sort of thing. And even like we're seeing touring Australian bands are having to start to cancel shows. Some of those bands that were halfway through tour runs and then like going, actually, we've got 5 shows left and we've cut the last 3 off because yeah, it's not financially viable now.
Yeah.
But yeah, look, power through it. We're Australian. That's what we do.
That's
Um,
exactly
yeah,
right.
yeah, fuck 'em. We're gonna have a good time while we do it.
Yeah.
Now, would you guys like? I love that you guys like you put shows on. Like you get some promoters to just be like, yeah, like we said, we put shows on at the uni bar, and we'll put shows on like here and here, the 3 major venues. You guys are like, fuck that. We're putting shows on. Like, this is a cool venue. We're gonna put a show on. How much more like do you think you'd go like more regional with that sort of thing?
Yes, so that's actually something that we've been discussing a lot lately.
Oh shit! Look at me go getting a little.
But,
I don't even have that written down. It just popped in my head. So
yeah, no. So we have discussed it, and we've got a couple of notes down for it. The thing is, though, is um, we have a lot of respect for people who do what we do. So
yeah,
Iron Triangle bookings, we do not want to encroach on them. You know what I
no,
mean? So we don't want we want to reach out to a bit more rural and stuff, but it's just like it's a niche market even more so
yeah.
out there. So we don't want to just go.
No,
"Oh,
I mean
here's
even
city
Big
guys
muscle
coming
in.
in and
Yeah.
taking. You know, like I don't want to do that.
no,
So
well even reaching out to some of those other promoters and just being like, hey, do you want to do a joint show?
yeah, yeah, yeah. So
We've
we've
got some bands from here that we want to bring up your way. You've got some bands that you could put on. Let's
yeah.
work together.
So we've
And then you do the flip side of that, like, hey, you know, bring some of
yeah,
your bands down here. We've got a show on.
yeah. So we've got something in the works that we won't go into yet because we don't even know when it's going to happen. But yeah, and that's going to involve a lot of other promoters and a lot of places. We've got a couple of places that I can't tell you the last time there was a metal show in these little towns.
Excellent.
So
Excellent.
it's gonna be pretty fucking hectic.
I love
Um,
that.
but as long as the bands can get paid and pay for their dinners and stuff like that, it's just like we'll set up a show and fucking you know. But yeah, like we're we're very much looking into stuff like that. But like I said, we're just trying to avoid um, stepping on anyone else's
Yeah, yeah.
toes.
Yeah, well, like I was saying, it's a big
We're coming out
family
of it.
community, so you never
Yeah,
want to like feel like you're encroaching on somebody else's thing and making
yeah,
them feel unwelcome or having them, make you feel unwelcome.
yeah,
Um, yeah, it's something we used to do back in the day all the time. You just hit up another promoter and just be like, hey, you're like,
yeah,
I'm with this promotions. Do you want to do a joint thing? We've got something. What's the? I mean, they go no, and you go, oh, well, we're not going to do it there anyway. So,
yeah. Ask
um,
first. If it's a no, do it anyway. I like
yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah, yeah. But I mean, people talking dollars these days. You're like, hey,
Yeah,
we've got bands that we reckon we could sell, say 150 tickets where you are. Um, have you got some bands you want to put on? Let's join forces and Voltron it. And,
yeah,
yeah,
nah,
it's all the
definitely,
fun stuff, all the fun stuff from
definitely.
behind the scenes. Um,
Yeah.
what would be the one thing that you think bands don't understand about promoters?
Um.
Like, do you want the fun answer? They're not your mum and dad.
um. Shit.
Just how little we make, maybe.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Um. So we've had obviously, we've had a couple of bust shows where, um, like there's been times where we've had to send out the emails saying, "Hey guys, just so you know, we didn't even break even, so
yeah,
um, your band's still getting paid, but you're getting paid out of our weekly income, so it's going to
yeah,
come in bits by bits." and I think that is a big one that people just don't understand how much. Like, because one of the things that we offer, as you would know, is we tend to have like we always try to get a photographer on a show, and it's
Yes.
usually Tom from Faulty Robot because he's
Yeah.
fucking awesome.
Excellent.
But only was it Blood Sacrifice, I think. Yeah, so when we do the big ones like Blood Sacrifice with 15 bands, we bring him along, but like we don't pay. Like the bands can choose whether they want him or not.
Yeah.
But more often than not, we will pay Tom to take photos of the bands.
Yeah. Yeah.
And on top of that, you also have like if you need stage crew, you got Corno.
Oh, I
If
love
you
the guy. Oh,
yeah.
yeah. And tell him to his face and give him a big hug whenever I see him. He is the best.
Well, we, as you might have realized as well, but Cindy's youngest son actually he works a few of our doors, so we got to
Yeah.
pay him as well. But sound
Oh, he's
needs
getting
paying.
paid.
Oh yeah,
Oh, it better be on a family discount.
pay him in
Like
chicken
you
nuggets.
get paid, but you got dinner tonight as well. So
Well, that's the thing is because he did a couple of shows that we did at Velvet Underground, and it's like you're in the middle of it, and because it's so far away from like it's not far, but it's not close to anything. You're finally getting shit going. The show's underway, and then he's like, "I'm hungry," and it's like, "Okay, what do you want?" And I'm like, he's working the door. Cindy's taking care of things. I'm walking down Hindley Street to get him a Euros. It's like
Teenage boys, all they want to do is eat.
oh yeah, yeah,
but
yeah,
but no, like yeah, he's been a good help with us. But yeah, I think like Cindy said, is how little money gets made off his shows. Like
yeah,
I mean, if we were doing it for money, we wouldn't be doing it.
yeah.
Like, there's no way to do it. But no, it's
I
just
mean, it's like that all around the board with music, unfortunately,
yeah,
these
exactly,
days.
exactly. But
Um,
I think that's a big thing that people think that there's money in it,
yeah, no, no.
and
People
it's
are like, I paid like $20 for a ticket, so you guys must be getting like $5 or $6 of that. Like,
yeah,
no,
it's like no, actually, that $20 is getting split
no.
between
Like, look at
bands.
all the people that also need to get paid, and like,
Yeah,
it doesn't work like that.
but yeah, it's I think that I mean the one thing that I think is what some people don't understand is how much in advance you have to book a venue.
Yeah.
Like we've got our Halloween show coming up, and this year Halloween is on Saturday. So
Oh
back in
yeah, yeah, yeah.
January,
I was going to say that's like nearly a year before.
yeah. So we back in January we called almost every venue we could find, and every single one of them. Now we got a show book. Now we got a
Yeah,
show book, and it's just like fuck, man. And this is January,
yeah.
so I think
Halloween's one of our biggest shows too.
yeah.
So
Oh yeah, and they are fantastic shows.
Yeah, well, last year we had the woodshed, so we were able to set up all our props because you
Yeah,
had the ones with the two. We had all our props set up with
I've seen video and like photos of it.
yeah. So and this year we've been talking with a couple of people. We're going to have a lot more interactive stuff at this one, and this is the one with this is be part of Vagon from Canada. That's part of
Yes.
their tour,
Yep.
so they'll be on our Halloween show. So we're gotta if a Canadian band's gonna be on it, it has to be
yeah,
good. I mean, we had Vector from the US on the last one, and they were fucking stoked to see all this Halloween stuff. So,
I even like the one we played. Like and like you guys,
oh
that show was kind of like the birth of like Killer again.
yeah,
I had not put like makeup on. That's something I used to do like way back in the day as like a psych up thing.
yeah,
And I always did it before a show, put the eyes on. And they went from being like these little, little thin eyeliner lines to now look like a death metal panda bear, but we won't get into that. Um, but like that Halloween show we played was the first time that I put the eyes back on. And it was more of like, I was just like, oh, I've got this nun's habit. Like, I'm not a big like dress up person myself, but I'm still gonna like, if I'm going to something like that, I'm gonna put a little bit of effort in. Not that it's, my thing at all. So a little bit of eyes, little nun habit on, we're done. Um, and the moment I put the eyes on, like something clicked. I was like, oh, we're back. It's
yeah.
on. I even said to the boys that night, I was like, guys, the eyes are staying. Like, this is on. Oh, we got police sirens going everywhere. That is rare for where I am. Um, all right. Winding things up. I always finish up my interviews with some quick fire questions. So this is kind of off the top of your head. I'd love an answer from each of you for this as well.
That's
Nothing like over the top, or we're not going to get into like each other's like smell habits and things like that. What is your favorite show you've ever been to?
been to or hosted.
Well, it could be either. If you've hosted a show and that was the best show that you think you've ever been to.
I think we've probably got this, maybe the same answer for this. I think our last Halloween show was just so much fun. Everyone went so much effort to dress up, and it was just one big party and a lot, pretty fun to be at.
Yeah,
as well as host.
Halloween was good. Like that's up there, but I still think as a punter, Slipknot Machine Head at Jubilee Pavilion.
Well, I didn't go to
what a show!
that would be my if I went there.
Like that or I reckon it was 06 or 07. It was Arch Enemy, Trivium, and Machine Head at Thebby. Those two have always stuck out to me for so long. But the Halloween show, like one of our shows, the Halloween show.
Yeah, nice. First gig you ever went to?
What's yours?
Oh well. Okay, I haven't always been.
There's no shame in like music either. If you went to something and you enjoyed yourself and had a good time, then that is a good time.
I was 15. I went to Savage Garden.
Oh, that is awesome. I'm into that.
That would have slapped.
No, that would have been awesome. Yeah.
I think it was Opeth. I think it was Opeth Ghost Reveries tour.
Big name. That would have been with Adelaide band that Virgin Black would have supported them. A good old Rowan. He was an amazing vocalist.
Yeah, I reckon it was that. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, because it was that one. Oh no, actually no. That's the first one I got into legally.
Yep, that's all right. I've had a few of those.
When I was very, I reckon I was 12 or 13. Me and my mates snuck into Big Day Out 2001.
Oh, nice.
System of a Down, Slipknot, Mudvayne.
That is a big lineup as well, yeah.
Rammstein were there for that one.
Yeah.
It was a fucking, we snuck in for that one.
Yeah, 12 years old, and you've got like...
Yeah, we're like...
with his like...
Hacking boys.
Oh. What a crazy time. I snuck into Big Day Outs. Yeah. We even like had a friend that came out and got the pass out stamp, and then a mate of mine sat there and like with a texter drew the stamp on each of our wrists. All of us walked in. I think he sat there for like 2 hours drawing stamps and was just like, I'm done. But yeah, the things you do when you're young. For me, my first show would have been now like these two were like fairly close to each other, and I don't know which one was first just because of how young I was. But it was either Silverchair in my local town down south where I live with the Avalanches and Regurgitator, or it was Nirvana. They were both within like a very small time frame, and yeah, my memory is bad.
That would have been sick.
Yeah. What is your latest new musical discovery? Doesn't have to be like a brand new band. If you've just discovered like a band from 30 years ago that you're digging, that's okay as well. But like the latest thing that you've just gotten into, doesn't have to be metal either.
That's a tricky one because we have got such a broad taste in music. We listen to...
I know, it's hard for me to do this as well.
Actually, I reckon it was Gorgonia Prima, I reckon.
Oh, what a name.
Yeah, unfortunately, one of them died. The band, I found the band after he'd already died. So, but they're a like industrial, almost dubstep black metal band.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah, they're really, really cool. But I reckon that might be one of my most recent ones.
Yeah.
But
for me, I think it's one you introduced me to that I'd not heard of. and that's the Great Old Ones.
Oh yeah.
Not
Okay.
everyone's going to be familiar, but yeah, they're not a new band, but I'd not heard them till recently. So
One of my favorite bands that
yeah.
all because I'm a massive nerd and all their stuff is it's all HP Lovecraft stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, so all
Yeah.
the albums are the album I introduced Cindy to was their album called Tekeli Lee, and it's the story of At the Mountains of Madness.
Oh, awesome.
An album. It's fucking so good.
Yeah, sick. For me, it's a guy called Joel Hocker. I've got an interview up I did with him about a week ago. He was in a band called Blind Channel from Finland. They played Eurovision. They're in the Eurovision finals representing Finland. Awesome band, and I like got into them because of like their first line in their song on Eurovision. I don't know if you guys watch Eurovision at all. I'm a bit of a nerd like that. Like, every year I watch the Eurovision finals on SBS, and like,
Yeah.
and I have been doing it for years. The opening line for their song was "Put your middle fingers up, take a shot," something else, and I was just like, "What the fuck is going on?" Like, this is Eurovision. Normally, it's like weird, fruity stuff, or this is awesome. Like it took me back to Lordy doing
Yeah.
Eurovision. I was just like, this is awesome. But his new album drops very soon. So he's got 3 or 4 singles out that are like amazing. So yeah, I'm really digging that. And then I always like go with the Mike Muir from Suicidal Tendencies answer and always say that my band.
Oh yeah.
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 What have you guys got coming up? Talk to me about like what's going on going forward.
Well, this Saturday is where our show called Ceremony of the Ancients, which is Justin's 50th birthday. So everyone in the Adelaide scene would know who Justin Wood is.
Yes.
It's his 50th birthday, and we've got 6 bands on it. So all of them have members that he's been in other bands with over the
Oh,
years.
nice.
And there is a one and done 25-minute set of Slaughter Thou will be playing at
Hello.
so that's Anzac Day, and it's at Tia Live, and it's an all day, 1 till 9, all ages. That one's going to be sick. Then we have Metal United Down Under next month, which I'll actually be opening it with my solo act. So
Yes, I saw it. I'm stoked on that. That is awesome.
I'm I hope it goes well.
Now, have you been using like the same vocalist for everything on there?
Nah, so
'Cause I know you've.
Radu
Sorry.
Radu from Spectrals, he's done he did my song The Dunwich Horror.
Yeah.
Uh, but all the other tracks are me.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so I'm playing all the instruments except for the drums because I can't fucking play drums for
No, I
shit.
can't. Just programming your drums.
Yeah, it's just
Yeah,
programming the
that's
drums,
how I
but
do it.
everything else is me. But yeah, so that's gonna hopefully that does all right.
Yeah.
But Moodoo, we've got bands from all over the country at the Rhino Room and Low Life Bar. So the first half of the day is double stage, and then the second half of the day is just Low Life. So that one's going to be sick. And
I
then
actually I love Low Life.
oh, I love it too. It's such a
It's
cool,
just
such
it's
a
got
cool
this
venue.
awesome feel. I don't know what
Yeah,
it is. Like there's just a vibe
it's
in there.
old school. It feels very old.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And every time I played there, it's just a good feel.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and again, it's fucking stairs, mate.
yeah.
Yeah, but what else? After that, we have so Cindy and I are introducing a new annual festival to go alongside with Blood Sacrifice,
Yep.
and this one's called Black Plague Fest. So this is
Ooh,
strictly black metal. It's all
nice.
black metal. So Blood Sacrifice is going to be our uh, sort of mixed bag, but more like centered on a bit more like death metal and some thrash stuff and everything. But Black Plague is going to take over as our black metal festival.
Yep.
And that one is August 29th at
Oh, that's a
Ed
great
Castle.
date. That is August 29th is one of my favorite dates of the year. Well, I'm getting older, so it's not so much my favorite day. It's my birthday. So
Oh, is it?
yeah.
Well, happy birthday. You got a door spot.
Hey,
But
love it.
But yeah, so that one we're still finalising the lineup for that one. But yeah, we've because we've recently got ourselves a website going on, so
Yes.
we've added the date up on there just to tease it a little. And then Realm of Horrors will be on the 31st of October. So far, because the tour is announced, we have Vagon from Canada on that one.
Amazing.
And if anyone hasn't heard that, technical death metal from Canada, it's fucking insane. It's
Yeah.
really good. But that one will be 31st of October, and yeah, we'll give some more details once we've secured it completely. But yeah, I don't think.
That's about it for now.
But I mean, we've got all our obvious stuff. Like end of year will be our Anti-Christmas show, which
Yes.
will be the fourth year that we've done it.
The
So
infamous show.
hey,
It's an infamous show.
yeah. So this one's gonna be number four. So we're gonna ramp it up from last year because last year was fucking awesome. We had Troops of Doom on that one. We had
Yeah.
Cunt Squad. We had Sons of
I
Erebus.
love
Like,
Cunt Squad.
yeah, they're fucking great. But so now there's the one downside is because once we do a show and if it's a annual show, we have to top the last one.
Oh yeah.
So,
It's
but
always the way with that sort of thing. Yeah.
yeah, but Cindy and I are also going to be introducing. We call it the Merch and Mingle, but
Yes.
basically it's still in its concept phase at the moment. But it's basically going to be like it's not a gig. It's we're looking at possibly doing them on like Sunday arvos or
Like
something like
treasure treasure for bands.
yeah, more or less like so any band that wants to will be able to come and set up a stall to sell their merch, but it will be treated as like just at a venue day drinking or
Yeah.
literally just hanging out and
Making
getting
connections.
making connections, getting to know people, but then also have like if the bands want to bring merch along and they can even if they sell it they sell it, if they don't they don't,
Yeah.
but because I mean as you would know, bands
There's
make
always
money out of merch.
yeah,
It's
and there's always like boxes of stuff sitting around usually.
yeah,
It's rare that you sell it all.
so we've hosted a couple of those in the past, but they've been very quick. They've been very like
Slapped together
yeah,
almost.
slapped together, organized two
Yeah.
weeks out, and it didn't really pan out as well. One of them was on a Thursday night at the Cranker. So, and there was only a couple of bands that rocked up with that stuff, and I don't think there was anyone other than the bands that rocked up to that one.
Mm.
But
Put a bit more thought into
yeah,
it.
we're putting a
Yeah.
bit more thought into it, but we're starting to on top of our shows and our band management, we're also wanting to create. We're also wanting to add to like a community thing, where like almost like the old how you'd go out to places like Proscenium or something back in the day, but like have it either daytime or maybe do a nighttime one. I don't know, but
No, I love the idea of like daytime. I mean, I don't drink, but daytime drinking on a Sunday, you get some cool music playing. Get like
well,
you could get Ethan the DJ
yeah,
playing death metal all day, and
oh,
yeah, and like just get a heap of bands into, like you said, like it gives the bands an opportunity to get to know each other on a personal level because you're not
yeah,
having to think about playing a show.
yeah.
You
And
know,
that's more or less what we want to do because
Yeah.
it's
yeah,
like
but like not just that, like, but giving people the opportunity to just be able to rock up to something like that and be like, I want to buy a couple of t-shirts and I get to chat to like these cool people in bands and like get to know people as well and build that community even more like that. I think it's fantastic. Um,
yeah,
yeah, if you make an event of it, you make a day of it. You know,
well that's it.
get a food truck, get a bloody, you know, some
Well
day drinking going and have a good time.
that's what we've because work in hospitality, so it's like I've realized I've talked with a a lot of people about it, and they're like, a lot of the times it goes to like, oh yeah, that sounds good. Wait, it's metalheads? Nah. It's
Oh
like,
yeah. Yeah, people have this like real thing that they think that like metalheads are gonna like smash things up and cause
yeah,
trouble. And
yeah,
it's usually the opposite. It's usually like I mean it's bad, but like what I would call a tourist.
mm,
It's the guy that was walking past that like loves metal and loves that sort of stuff, but he's not part of that community. He's not like, and he's the guy that's like stumbled past and gone, yeah, I'm getting a ticket, and
yeah,
that has caused the problems, or
yeah,
it's that one repeat guy that you get to know and you go, you're not welcome anymore.
yeah.
Um,
Well, yeah, we
I
have
mean
we
that happens, and that goes back to that like 1% dickhead factor. It's out there. Um, yeah, everyone's got a dickhead, mate.
yeah,
Thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate this. It's always like a really good time when I get to chat to you guys. I was being like a little bit selfish because it means I get to like spend some one-on-one time with you guys and have a chat as well, which is always awesome. Um, last couple of questions, Ethan and
yeah.
Cindy. Cindy, obviously, Ethan's probably got a few guitars.
Just a few, yeah.
I'm assuming he does. I mean, if I lean over a little bit, like there's, oh, he's already grabbed one. Yeah, but I've got
Four,
like
four
eight
right here. There's
guitars.
4 around.
Yeah, I've got 8 guitars just here, and I'm not even a guitar. I'm like, don't play guitar in a band per se. Um, so my question is, for both of you, what is your favorite of those guitars each? But I want you to think about it for a moment, get your answer, and then I want Cindy to answer it first. And I want to see if there's a difference here, like if Cindy's favorite guitar of Ethan's is different to what Ethan's actual favorite guitar is. Um,
Okay. You want me to say what mine is now?
yeah, let's go.
I'm not a guitarist. I'm not even a music. I don't play an instrument.
Yeah,
But
and that's what I love about this.
I think his OG
Yeah.
his OG V purely for me because it has hot pink pickups.
That's awesome. Yes, yes. Which one is it? I was gonna say you don't have to go. If I was like, you don't have to go grab it, but it's right there. Oh yeah, that is sexy. Is it
V,
a
V,
what model is it?
JRV,
That is
the
sick.
Rich JRV.
Yeah, yeah. Love the
Fucking
PCs.
true, awesome guitar.
Yeah. I mean, V's are horrible to play like sitting down for the most part, depending on where the jack is. But
yeah, yeah, that one's one of those ones in a horrible position. But
yeah. I mean, the roads are the same in a lot of ways. But yeah, good times.
yeah,
Ethan, what is your favorite guitar then? Because like, and like, you might have a couple of different ones for different reasons, and that's okay because you're a musician. So
Cindy's right. My favorite. That's my favorite too.
nice,
My
nice.
Big Rich. It's my like so my. That's always my backup guitar,
Yep.
because it is old. So it's I don't want to rely on it all the time.
Yeah. But
Even
if you're going to sit down at your computer and record,
oh
are
yeah,
you,
no,
are you grabbing that?
yeah, all the Asmodeus stuff is recorded on that one.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I love that. I'm the same. The guitar I've had the longest, that is my
yeah,
like, most people that look at all my guitars wouldn't probably think that my favorite guitar that I play constantly is the one that it is. But
yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah. No,
I've had it for over 20 years, this old beat up Ibanez, but it is my baby and it is beautiful and I love it. Um, Going forward, is there anything else like you guys would want to have got to promote, share, anything at all? Actually, one more. This just popped in my head. Who is your favorite Adelaide band? Just while we're like being Adelaide centric so much this interview, I have an answer for this. I have two favorite Adelaide bands, who are both, I think, world class bands. But I'll let you guys answer first.
you go first. I know what mine is.
You can have a couple if you want. And I
Who
mean,
would
the first one's probably Storm the Crown, and that's okay as well. Like
What kind
no,
of fiance would I be if I didn't say Sons of Erebus though? I mean,
no, you can definitely not say that. That is okay.
nah, it's the truth
That's
though.
the good thing. That's a good thing about music. It's subjective.
I think. I think for me, it's like Spectral Dominion. Like,
Yeah,
is definitely like it's the style of black metal I like, and same with Apocalyptic Annihilation. Um, but
and Pagey on bass. Yes.
yeah, no, I reckon it'd be those two for me.
Yeah.
Spectrals and Apocalyptic Annihilation. But I mean, like, I can't choose, man. Like
It's hard.
my life literally is just music, metal. Some days
Yeah.
Cindy's like, I don't want to fucking hear it.
Yeah.
Like everything about my life,
Both of us, all
yeah,
like our lives revolve around
yeah.
music, the metal
So
scene, like everything we do, really.
I mean, as you can see, I mean, I've got like Limited Mortem, Hell Machine, I got Diabolical Rights, like all of that stuff. Like pretty much, I mean, Seminal Embalmment, definitely one of my favorites.
You'll
You
make
know,
me choose one though.
yeah, I know that's what I mean.
No,
It's
yeah,
just
like that's the good thing with music. Like
yeah,
there are so many options.
Though I must say I do love me some headbore.
yeah,
Oh, great! Oh, fantastic. Yeah, we've just announced a show with them, with the Double Dragon guys as well, and
yeah,
Negatomi. And I can't wait. I love playing with the boys because they're just they're good fun as well.
yeah,
It's always good to sit down with Fish and just have a chat and yeah.
yeah. He is a insanely good frontman.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
amazing, amazing. Yeah, we've been lucky enough. The last few shows we've played have been with them. It's been fun. For
what about
me, my favourite at the moment, Adelaide bands. On kind of different spectrums of the heavy scale. Stabatha and the Knifey Wifeys.
no?
I cannot get enough of them. It is for me, it's just so catchy. And it hits that rock and roll like Turbo Negro kind of feel for me as well. And Ecdysis, the other one.
Oh yeah,
Brutal, and like I love just watching Sid play
oh he's insane.
while doing vocals. Blows me away.
Yeah,
Yeah, some of the stuff they've got coming, I've had a little sneak peek of, and it is amazing. And like kind of like funny and like a good time. So, yeah, looking forward to like seeing what those guys have got. Both got new music coming out. So,
yeah,
um, and then I've got people within the scene, and I hate that word scene, but people within the community that I've always got an eye on.
yeah,
As to what they're doing. I'm not gonna. I don't like pointing out individual people and being like, this person is awesome and they are so
yeah,
musically talented and wow. Because I would hate that if it was me and someone saying that. But yeah, there are a few people within the scene that have like been in a few different bands. A few young guys, in particular for me that I just am blown away by that are
yeah.
already like world class. And probably
Well,
just need that little confidence boost. So
well,
yeah,
we've said it multiple times on our shows. Every time we have Denizen on,
Yeah.
Denizen, those boys are so fucking talented, man.
yeah.
Like,
Yeah,
but
awesome. I mean,
yeah,
I've like given makeup tips to like young dudes, like going, how, like, and like, I don't know where to go buy that stuff. Like, I don't have a girlfriend to go ask, and what do I do? And it's like, yeah, dude, I don't care. Let's go. Do this. It's awesome. Metal, yes. Oh, you guys know me. I'm always having a good time, and I am like I yeah love helping out. Especially like those younger crew coming up that are so passionate and remind me of me when I was their
yeah,
age, that are just like gung ho, like often too much. Like yeah,
yeah,
um, in the best way. Yeah, they're like, hey, you asked for a logo, so I've got like 20 different ones. Feel free to pick
yeah.
whatever you'd like, and like here's some other things you don't need and you didn't ask for, but like I'm happy to give it to you. Which you guys know all about that.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Yeah, but like there's something about being young and eager and enthusiastic, and that push and that drive. So and we were all there.
yeah.
Now going back to where I was, going forward, is there anything else you guys would have got to say you wanted to share before we finish up?
Um, I think I'd like to promote the website because we are going to
Yeah,
be moving a lot more towards having like a lot more stuff on the website.
and there'll be
Um,
links in the comments for this as well to like to all that sort of stuff. So
so obviously we've got Blood Sacrifice 3 coming up, and Blood Sacrifice 3 has pre-order tour shirt or event shirts, and they're only found on the website. Um, and yeah, I just want to see people come out to shows. Like don't come out to shows for us. Come out to shows for these bands.
yeah,
Say hi
yeah.
too, though.
Yeah,
We're
yeah,
not just saying
Do
hi.
it do it for
yes,
yourself because like I say this to people often and I love it when I get to see it actually happen. When you say to somebody that hasn't been to like a local show, but they go to the big bands when they come out,
yeah,
that like, hey dude, why like this weekend I'm going to see a band play and for 20 or 30 bucks I'm going to see four world-class bands as good as the show you went to go
yeah,
see. And I'm going to be a meter away from them, get to talk to them afterwards. and
Yeah.
hang out and have a really fun night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well,
and
exactly.
leave like I've feeling like I've been at a show.
Yeah. Well,
Not like I've sat down all night and watched something.
um,
Yeah.
Cindy, like we said earlier, Cindy's son has worked a couple of our shows, but her daughter's worked a couple of shows as well.
Yes.
Um, and even she, like, she's not into this music at all. But when she's there, she actually really enjoys it.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
it's like,
I've caught her sneaking away from the desk and poking her head around to watch a few like a few of the bands, and
Have they
so
not to rat them out, but have they got and you can just say yes or no. Have they got like favorite people within like the scene that they're like, oh, this band's playing tonight. That means like the
my,
singer's going to be there, and I'm going to get to
my
say hi.
youngest friend, yeah, like he's 16 now.
Yeah.
He loves the G-Bot Boys.
Yes.
yeah,
I think from one show, even where he worked the door, he remembers you. Even you're one
Oh,
of
there
his
you
favorites.
go.
Yeah,
I always make an effort with people just to, not that I'm like I need to make an impression, but it's nice to be kind to people.
yeah, yeah.
so
Yeah.
He's got a few favorites.
it's I think I love it when we're playing and I see them sticking their head around the corner because I'm like, yeah, that's right. Like, yes, you like my music,
Yeah.
but yeah, yeah. But on that though, is it's just like if someone like it's take a chance and go out to a show, like you
Yeah.
said, go out to the big ones, come out to the smaller ones because it's like it doesn't. It's not even like I mean, like we shout out to people like Rudy and Wayne and all like people who go
Oh,
to these shows all
I love
the time.
Rudy. I love Wayne as well.
Yeah,
Rudy, yeah.
but it's like these people like no matter like these people are great to know like because they're fantastic human beings. So it's like
Yeah.
get yourself out to a show, catch some epic bands with some great people in it, meet some new people in the scene who can you can like if you're unsure about going to a show because you don't want to go by yourself, it's like let us know. We will
We'll hang out with you.
hang out with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
You
Yeah.
know, we want to have people at our shows that love being there, and you're
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
going to know if you want to be there until you're there.
Yeah,
I
But
have done it as a band, being in a band, have had people I know like that I haven't seen for like 20 years. Like, we really want to come and see a band play, but I'm by myself and I don't know anybody. I'm like,
yeah,
well, come along. Like, you
yeah,
know me.
yeah,
And within half an hour of being there, you're going to know five or
yeah,
six other people that are going to have your back and look out for you. Like, and like, yeah. And it's not an like, I love that.
yeah,
Because then, like, for me, it's also like when you get someone that hasn't been to a show like that, it's like when, as you know, with like children, when you introduce children to something for the first time and you get to see it through their eyes. And there is just a joy that you get when some of those situations. So when you see like you look over and you see your friend experiencing like seeing an awesome band and like having the greatest time,
yeah,
um, it is the best feeling ever, and it feels like you are at your first local show again. Yeah,
take
and
my
because for
kids.
like some of us, our local show was our first show.
yeah.
Yeah,
Well, that's
yeah,
yeah, like you said, like the pits, like go to you got to go to into a pit at a local show with like four dudes doing stuff. Like it's
as a
like
bucket list and a rite of passage.
yeah. Well, we
Yeah,
so last year one of the shows we put on last year was Cindy's birthday, and we had Kimura from Perth, fucking fantastic boys, but at the Metro, small fucking room. Jono, the singer's going like doing his thing, and it's like there's like six of us, as if we're in like a fucking mosh pit at Froth and
yeah,
Fury, like and that's you can't explain it. You have to do it. Like
it is an amazing shared
yeah,
experience that you just
yeah,
you can't explain that. But
yeah,
people like when you try and explain it to people, yeah, I jumped up and down and like this heavy music was playing and I was sweaty and other people's sweat was getting on me and
yeah,
kind of gross, but like it was a good time and like
yeah.
people just don't like yeah, it's hard to but then you jump in there and like it is
Okay,
just a good time.
yeah,
It's not aggression, it's not any of that.
nah,
It's just fun.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
yeah,
yeah, definitely keep up to date on our website, but get out to shows. Like the world sucks enough as it is. Go
yeah,
and enjoy yourself for 4 hours.
Have some fun.
yeah. Grab a couple
And,
of friends as well and like drag them
yeah,
out with you. Have a good
and
time.
honestly, most shows these days, not just ours, but most shows these days will cost you less than a 2 6 packs of beer.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, you can have an amazing night for, you know, hardly anything.
yeah,
Yeah, and go home with a couple of t-shirts as well, and still not have spent as,
yeah,
you still might not have spent as much as you would on just the ticket.
yeah. That's
Um, yeah. Um, so yeah, website amazing. So yeah, definitely go check out the website, people. I love that you've got these. You're going to be doing these like swap meet type shows, band merch things. I think that is amazing. Yeah, so that's huge as well. So look out for those. Obviously, look out for like the festivals and the gigs and everything coming out. Is there anywhere else, like socially wise, that people can reach out to you guys?
yeah,
Like
yeah.
obviously, I know you guys like Facebook.
Yeah, yeah, we're all over. We're all over Facebook and Insta. Um, we're soon. We're going to start having our YouTube channel a lot more active.
Yep.
We've only used it in the past for blood sacrifice stuff, but that's going to be a lot more active soon.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, like, yeah, Facebook, Insta, email. We have I think we have a Twitter and a TikTok, but I don't think
Yeah.
I don't think we've used it
I
yet.
don't, know, I don't think it's been logged into in over a year. So
I love my talk, but yeah,
but yeah,
right.
like
I'm random on there.
yeah.
If you
Well,
go to the Storm the Crown account, it is like Pantera and me flipping the camera off, or yeah, be
well,
dancing to something strange, or yeah,
we've got to the point where we've decided I'm just like Cindy's handling the Insta and I'm handling the Facebook because it's like it's just easier that way than
yeah,
trying to like, especially if we go out to our day jobs and we come back and go, oh, did you post that? Oh, no, I thought you were posting it. So it's like if we stick to one each, then it's
yeah. I'll
yeah,
give you. There's a little bit of secret sauce for that. Scheduling.
yeah,
You can get some great websites that'll do it for you. You just go, these are
yeah,
all my socials. This is what I want the message to be.
yeah. So
Send it out at this date at this time.
yeah, we've been looking into that. So we'll
I'm
talk
only
about
just starting to delve into it myself. So
it. Yeah. But yeah, it's and yeah, just don't like always just come up to us if anyone wants to talk
yeah,
to us. We love the scene like.
Mm.
And when we set up our website, we did an about us page, and there's nothing more true about it than at the bottom of that it says, "We know without bands, without fans, there is no Realm of Thorns." So we always have time for everyone.
yeah, yeah, and I will attest to that. The first show that Storm the Crown played, and coming back after being away from like the whole scene for like 10 years, I knew nobody. A few old heads, and I looked completely different as well. And so you guys like very much just like open arms. I remember that first show. I don't think you were there, unfortunately, Cindy. Um, at the shed show.
Oh no, that's the like one of the
Yeah,
very few. I think
yeah,
there's been two
Yeah,
episodes, and that was one.
yeah,
yeah. And so, but like Ethan you were just amazing. You were like so kind, and like after we played, we're just like, holy crap, you guys are amazing. Like, wow. And so kind to us. And then like meeting you for the first time, Cindy, I think, which was probably when we were playing one of your shows. Um, so super kind and just caring and genuine and real. And I appreciate that. So I can attest to that big time. You guys are just amazing. You're doing fantastic work within the community, for the community, and with the community, which is huge. It's not about look at me. It's about how can we all succeed,
yeah,
which is what we need. Um, you know, the more we can all rally together and you know do it together, we can build something amazing.
yeah,
Um,
exactly.
yeah, and you guys are already doing that. So um, thank you so much. I really really appreciate this. So yeah, websites, all that stuff. Make sure you guys hit these guys up on the socials. Say hi. Um, if you are a new band and you're wanting to reach out to you guys, is there a is it good to just like keep an eye on your socials until you announce that hey we're doing requests or
At
um
any time,
Yeah,
all
that's
like
one of my favorite
Fantastic.
things,
yeah,
new bands, like getting them out
Yeah.
contact.
there.
Yeah.
So when we set up this website, we've got a new email. If you go again on the website, if you go to the contact us, it'll give you two options for an email. One of them contacts Cindy directly for bookings, and
Yep.
the other one is a inquiries, which is either one works.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, just hit us up. Even if you want to message us on Facebook, we or Insta, any communication with us is fine. Like it's like we don't expect everyone to do this full formal fucking this is us and all that. Like we
Yeah.
don't need that. Like as soon as you tell us what band we're in, we're on YouTube looking at you.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
uh, but yeah, like and anyway, and something that Cindy, as you would know from all our shows, but something that Cindy and I always do is you're a new band, awesome. You want to open for some of the Adelaide's best, fucking you're on it.
Yeah.
You know, so we're always happy to accept any bands at any time.
Mm.
It's yeah, it's whether it's whether we can fit them on a show because Cindy
True.
doesn't like the thought of me doing a 40 band show.
40 bands is
Yeah.
pushing.
You also like you get the flip side of that, and I'm sure that you guys will have other local promoters that'll hit you up and be like, "Hey, I've got a spot and I need a band. Do
yeah,
you know anybody?"
yeah,
Um,
times,
yeah,
yeah.
and it's just how it works within the scenes and stuff. You know,
Yeah,
you get to know those other promoters that are putting stuff on, and you get friendly with them because you're always going to want to help each other out. Like the whole situation with like that show rocking up with no PA that we talked about earlier. Like
yeah,
you make a few
yeah,
phone calls and things are sorted.
yeah,
Um, yeah, so it's always worth putting it out there. And I've like said to a few young bands that have hit me up and been like, "How do we get shows?" I'm like, "Here are people to hit up. Hit these people up." Yeah. Unfortunately, all of them are like 6 months later. Did you hit them up? No. We're
yeah,
still trying to get shows. We don't know what to do. I told you what to do.
yeah.
You know?
Nah, and like Cindy and I will also we we're also down to create shows around a band.
Yeah.
Like if you come up to us and say we want a show on this date, and we'll be like, okay, give us 24 hours, and we'll find you three other bands to play with.
Yeah.
Like so, um, yeah, like we love the challenge, we love the community. So yeah, hit us up. Anything you got, hit us up. And
Yeah.
like I said, we had a show with Smoke No Fire supporting Christ Dismembered. We've had Neffy the Crow support that. You played that show, I reckon. Neffy,
I think so.
Yeah.
yeah,
That was a broadcast. I
yeah,
reckon.
broadcast
Yeah.
player.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Neffy the Crow, and it was High Ground playing, and like
Yes.
so.
Yes. And Black was that Black Raven Night that night as well? No, it was
Oh, no, it
Oh,
was those left behind in Abriac.
Abarak. Yeah. Yeah,
Abriac,
that's
yeah.
right. Yeah.
But yeah, like so we
That's right. That was the Freddy Krueger, not Freddy Krueger show, but it was the Friday the 13th show.
yeah.
Yeah.
So it's yeah, we're
Nightmare on Groat Street.
Nightmare on Groat Street, yes.
That's the one.
But
I've still got a big poster like stashed, like folded flat somewhere.
yeah. Well, because that's something that we do as well. Is every time we put on a show now, we actually go get all our posters. We get however many bands we get that many copies on cardstock of the
Yep.
flyer, like in a big A3 or something or A4s and stuff. So all the bands get a nice quality poster for the shows they play. So, but yeah,
I love that.
we're I keep coming up with random shit, and Cindy's like, yeah, all right, and then it's yeah.
It's funny how like things like that, like in the grand scheme, aren't helping you overly. Like you're spending some money on something that like
Oh yeah, no,
doesn't
but
like overly like make a huge difference to what you're trying to do, but it's the care factor, and the love for it. For me, it's like little things like when you get like a little lanyard, or just like
yeah,
a hard pass. I
yeah,
don't need the lanyard with it because I've got stuff on my keys I can attach it to, but that's like the coolest keepsake ever.
yeah.
So getting those things or like a poster or something like that as an artist means everything because you have that thing to look back on. Um,
Cindy's been talking about that of getting maybe for our big festivals, actually getting like the old school tickets. So
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
you get your physical
Yeah.
ticket, you know, like just as a keepsake, but like you
Yeah,
know,
yeah. Hell, this is the
I
sort of thing
mean,
you could even like offer people as they're walking in. Like,
yeah,
here's like, we'll take your stub, but you get this cool thing in replacement for
yeah.
it. Yeah,
So
I
yeah,
love that sort of thing. Yeah. Again, look at what I'm surrounded by. I don't collect anything at all. So
I was actually cleaning. I was actually cleaning out a drawer the other day, and I came across my suffocation and decapitated ticket. It was like fucking.
awesome.
I was like, oh my god, like that was sick. But
Yeah, I love that sort of thing. Those are sort of memories. They
yeah,
are the best. Um, yeah. So make sure you hit these guys up on socials. If you're in a young band, an old band, whatever, and you're trying to get some shows, um, hit these guys up. And it doesn't have to be like black metal or like death metal or something. If you're playing like heavier sort of stuff, like I've played like shows with you guys, and there's been like punkier sort of bands on the bill, and you know, rock and roll bands like Raven Knight, which like I just love, but like I'm old school like that. Anything I can like swing an axe in the air while they're playing, and it be acceptable is a good time. Uh, but like, yeah, don't be afraid. Hit them up. You know, for all you know, there are 5 other, you know, rock bands that have hit them up within the last 3 weeks that are also looking for a show, and suddenly they've got a amazing show that they want to put on. So yeah, thank you so much, guys. I really, really appreciate it. Make sure you check out down below in the comments. There'll be links to everything social wise for these guys. So hit them up, tell them I sent you. Um, yeah, cheers, guys. I really, really appreciate it. I hate winding these things up. I don't know what to say. So,
yeah. No, good, good.
but no, I appreciate it. Thank you so much, guys. Yeah, we'll
Thanks.
talk to you soon.